Hello everybody, today I've got a fantastic abandoned place for you, but it's in a place like no other. I think you're going to want to see this one. I think you probably guessed it in the title, but let's go explore the Royal Iris, the ferry that crossed the Mersey. See you on the other side. Bye.
Preview.
The Royal Iris is a diesel-electric former Mersey ferry built in 1950 at the cost of £256,000. The Royal Iris started entering service on the 5th of May in 1951 and was licensed to carry 2,296 passengers on normal ferry duties or 1,000 passengers for cruising. On board amenities included a dance floor, a stage, tea room, buffet, cocktail bar and even a fish and chip salon, which the latter would give the Royal Iris the nickname the Fish and Chip Boat. In 1951, the battleship HMS Duke of York was under tow on her way to being broken up when she collided with the Royal Iris. Some passengers enjoying a cruise were hospitalised as a result of the accident. During the 1960s, numerous acts associated with the Merseybeat scene performed on the ferry. Jude Duval played on the first Cavern cruise, followed by the Beatles and Jerry and the Pacemakers. After a refit at Harland and Wolff in 1971, she was mainly used as a cruise vessel. A new steak bar and dining area replaced the original fish and chip salon. In 1977, the Royal Iris carried the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh on their Silver Jubilee Mersey review. The ship was used by Granada Television during the summer of 1979 as the setting for the ITV Saturday morning children's television series, The Mersey Pirate. The Royal Iris ran a farewell evening cruise in 1991 prior to being taken out of service and sold to a consortium for conversion into a floating nightclub, restaurant and conference centre based in Liverpool under the name of Mr Smith's Nightclub. After aborted plans to move her to Cardiff, she was moved to the current site on the Thames in Woolwich, awaiting a possible refit as a floating Thames nightclub. Since then, she has severely deteriorated and flooding at high tide and resting on her hull at low water, which is putting more strain on her structure. There have been plans to restore her, but the cost to do so has been rising higher and higher, and with the River Thames slowly consuming her, the plans for this ship look very much uncertain. Hello everybody, so I'm on the boat, I'm on the Iris, and I feel like you should come along and check it out with me. So here we are. It's heavily listing to one side, and it's pretty crazy. Ballroom, cloakroom, gents, powder room, ensign lounge. Look at this. Sliding door. Oh man, they're so badly going to one side. It's really weird. You're literally on the side of a ship. You're kind of like you're literally leaning in front to try and sort of get round, but I don't really know where to go. You can see when the tide comes up how bad it is. How's that? Oh my god. I don't know if you can see that, but that's literally just all silt and everything. That's literally what the deck is of the ship. Let's try and go up a little bit further. This is going to be quite challenging. Oh, it smells of pigeon and God knows what. No, that's disgusting. God. Oh, it's so bad in here. I'm going to have to wear my face mask. It's really bad. It smells of feral and... Oh. Sorry. Awkward. Oh man, that is so bad in here. But yeah, you can see out there. Pigeons, man. Hello? Hello? Jesus, man, that smell is unbelievably bad in there. That is toxic beyond words. So afraid that I'd see someone in there, but it's crazy. But here we are on top. Fucking birds, man, that's disgusting. Like they've been fucking mutilated. Saloons. So we know we can't go to the bottom of the ship because that's completely covered in silt and debris, but at least we've got to the top. At least we got to check out the driving quarters, but man, that's just it. If you could smell how bad that is in there, it's toxic. It's so fucking bad, man. It like stings the nostrils and everything. Oh jeez. Looking forward to this. Well, no way I'm going down there, is there? Complete load of gaps in there. Oh man, that was so gross. I've got to go through there now then. Got to go back through there, man. I'm not looking forward to that at all. Sorry, I'm having to put my mask back on. Not that it's really helping much because you can still smell it. It's bloody hell. Me and you're gonna fall out. Jesus fucking Christ. Just got attacked by a pigeon. Not good. Yeah, can you imagine looking out and being like, wow. There are pigeon carcasses everywhere. Flies, plates, it's absolutely disgusting. Christ. So as you can sort of guess, the floorboards are very uneven, mixed with dead pigeon carcasses and everything in between. It's very gross. Oh. So yeah, we've been to the end. There's a pigeon above my head. Oh, final set of steps. Crazy because you can really hear the River Thames beating against the ship. But this is what would have been the lounge, by the way. But as you would have seen, it's got silt and everything. And if you can look on the ground, it's just slippery. And I'm holding a camera, trying to keep my balance. So lucky I've got some good grip on my shoes, but could have been a hell of a lot worse. But yeah, on the main deck, let's try and get to the back end of the ship, but that's the tide, is right there. So if you can see that, I'll try and get a bit closer. I'm blatantly going to stack it anyway. Let's be honest. Yeah, look, there's the water is as close as you can get to the boat as possible. I'm going to try and work my way back to the end of the ship now. Go through the main lobby, so you can imagine people dancing and doing crazy stuff here. sort of say the stories that places could tell. It's hard to see because of the pigeons, but wow, how incredible. Oh, I swear, one more time. So this would be at the back of the section where I was at. Can I get round without drowning? He wonders to himself. Probably could, you know. Maybe not. Sticking in it. Yeah, no, gravity is slowly taking me away. Yeah, that I can't go any further because of how silted up that is. Looks like they've tried to pump out stuff, but yeah, I can't move. Oh, man. It's ridiculous. So I'm having to literally hug the wall because my feet are slipping, and they'd be slipping into the Thames, which I don't really fancy today. You know, I'd rather be. I'm holding on to some crap. You know, I'd rather be busy doing other things, to be honest. But there you go. Whew. Made it that far. Look how close that tide is now. I haven't got long before that comes in. So you can see. Let's just quickly walk up here before it literally is now a race against tide. So I reckon I've got about. Not even 10 minutes. I want to document as much as possible. Can I crawl under? No, I can't because there's a huge hole in the thing. Can I? No. Right. Yep. Starting to worry about the tide now. So, got to head down these amazing stairs. And then I want to go out and record some external stuff. Yeah, the tide's really coming in now. Yeah, I've probably got about not even 10 minutes now by the look of that. There's a stop sign. Okay. Sorry everyone, but this might have to be a bit quicker than I thought it would be. Yeah, so the barrel of the waves are now actually tapping onto that. So, not good. I can't actually get any further, can I? No, not without slipping and becoming really muddy. I don't know, can I? Oh man, that's not good. No, that's like thick mud. I'm not going to risk it. Oh, jeez. Not going to risk it for a biscuit, but there you go. That was the iris. Man, this is stupid. Very stupid. Right, let's get to the safe part. Let's film the front of it. So it's inside. Again, you saw the that's right below deck, and that is water, everyone. That is literally water. Yep, see my reflection? That's how deep it is, and it's coming in even more. Yeah. Amazing anchor and everything else that was here. Right. I'm going to do some filming on the side of the boat. I need to obviously get away from it, get to safety as soon as possible. Now the boat is starting to list a little bit more, which is slightly worrying. I feel like I'm going a little bit further that way. But yeah, this was the iris, or the inside of the iris. So yeah, please don't try this one at home. Appreciate it from the outside, but don't do what I did. It is covered in mud. You can see the pigeon crap, the mud that I've got on my boots. And these are some of the best boots that I've got for grip, but in mud like this, it's just ridiculous. So anyway, right, let's get out of here and I'll film it from the outside. See you in a minute. Bye. So here I am on top. It says the Royal Iris, Liverpool on there. And this was the ferry that crossed the Mersey in the, I suppose you could sort of say. Unfortunately, it's straddling the Thames, and yeah. So you could, unfortunately, you can see that the tide was coming in majorly bad. I probably literally had about, like I said, about 5 minutes left maybe before it started to sort of seep through, because it's really hard to tell even here, but it's heavily listed. I mean, it is properly leaning. There was no way that, unfortunately, I couldn't get to the back end of the boat, which is probably the only downside of this film really. But if you could probably tell that the steps that I was up against, which I was up there, coming down, there was huge gaps in those. I mean, you would have had to have leapt onto some wooden flooring, and I just don't really trust how bad with the holes that were in there. On the other side, as I was coming out, you could see, but there's a door, you could see there was a hole underneath the floor, so there was literally holes underneath the roof of that. So even if I'd gone through, I would have probably fallen through the floor, probably would have fallen through the floor. So, but what an incredible boat. I mean, it's a ferry, should I say, cruiser ferry, should we just sort of say that? But it's definitely something else. I'm glad I got to sort of explore it before its final sort of turn. They did have, there were homeless people on here at one point. As you could probably tell, that they'd sort of, there was clothing in that lot, which was not probably from that. They must have been from the homeless sort of side. But I mean, I think even if you were homeless, you'd be like, wow, I wouldn't want to live in there just because of the pigeons. The smell was intoxicating, like so bad, like really seriously bad. I couldn't. The downside was really I didn't really want to sort of touch anything because of the sort of just the infestation. I probably got a bit on my jacket, to be honest with you, just by leaning. But man, that was not a nice experience. But let's have a look. You've not come to see me, you come to see the boat. You might have come to see me, which is nice, but I think you really want to see the places that I explore. There we are. So I can give you a good representation of what we went through. So we started across, went into the main room. You can see how actually heavily listed it is on this side, probably more. We went up to the first level, which is completely covered with pigeons, intoxicating smell. I tried to go that side, but it's way more dangerous on that side because, well, not only are you literally in the Thames more than you are on this side, it's more decayed on that side as well. So I just literally, if you divide this ship up into dangerousness, that side is way more, 100% more dangerous. Holes in the floor and everything on that side way more than this side. But we went across this level here, which was the upper deck, I suppose, and then we went all the way up into the captain's or the driver's part of the ship. We couldn't get to see any of the boiler or anything else really. The condition of that is just probably, like I said, it's literally underwater. So from the level of the boat down below, it is just literally water, which I'm hoping came out okay. I think hopefully you could sort of see that well enough, but I just didn't want to spend too long in this one. The pigeons are a nightmare. One of them obviously he just sort of attacked me, which wasn't a nice experience. There's worse things to be attacked by the way, but a pigeon is still pretty up there. But yeah, so we managed to do it, which was great. I mean, the most important thing was for me was I managed to tick off pretty much most of the ship, which was great, within access, which I'm proud of. But it's quite funny, the pigeons up there, they look like they're mocking me. They're like, haha, try it again, bitch. I'm like, no, you can stay there, honestly. But there's the beautiful, I don't know if you can see this. Again, I apologise, this camera's really good, but the one thing that lets it down is the zoom. Royal Iris. There you go. Wow, what an incredible place. What an incredible place. And it's sort of humbling to think that, you know, I mean, even it's ironic, you see a lot of people walk past, they take photos, but actually to go in it, I don't blame people for not. I mean, you saw it, I had to wear a mask, and even then that wasn't really doing much. Hear that over the other side? It's Carl or something? I don't know what's going on over there. But yeah, there you go, they're serenading me. They're like, well done Dan, you did a good job of trying to document this as best as possible. But there was pigeon carcasses. Yeah, wow, we could just talk about this place so much, but the most important thing was we got to do the best job we could under the circumstances. And as you can probably guess, I'm not, oh, let me do this actually, that's better. As you can probably guess, I'm not going to do a montage for this. I'm not going to spend any longer than I have to in a place like that, especially when the tide is, yeah, so actually, yep, I think the tide is fully up now. So I can sort of see it from that side of the boat where it's just literally coming over. Exciting. Should we do one more walk? Let's just do one more walk. And we can say goodbye to this amazing bit of history that will long be forgotten, because I just don't see them restoring it really. It would cost way too much. I mean, the boat itself is just completely trashed, it's ruined, not fit for purpose, you know, usual sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll run more to the final edge, the boat, ship, whatever. Sorry, my nautical terminology is rubbish. Boat, ship, yacht, canoe. It's a canoe. No, I'm joking. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't really sort of, yeah, look, there you go. Almost there. So you can just sort of see now on the very edge. Yeah, not long to go before it goes in there. I was slipping, you know. Like I said, I've got some really good boots on me. I've got some really good boots that do really well in the grip. So actually the irony was that although I didn't slip, I was literally sliding into the River Thames. Because the thing was, you could see it. I'm trying to hold on to little bits of like wall if I could, just to sort of go, oh, just give me something for a fall. But that mind you, that probably would have made for a better video, wouldn't it, really? Let's be honest. There they go. The Royal Iris, the ferry that crossed the Mersey. Thank you as always for watching. Stay tuned for some more interesting videos, and love to all of you. Remember, be kind, spread the word of the channel. Feel free to spread the video, you're more than welcome to. I allow that. I allow you to spread any of the videos if you want to. You have my permission, and I've got my email address. Feel free to drop me an email at the moment, and yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you as always for watching, because history matters. Definitely does in this case, because it won't be here for much longer. And thank you. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.